Why do you want to be married? A lot of females like the whole holding down type scenario and things, but are you ready to get married? And that's the real question. Wanting and being ready are two different things. First, you have to realize you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person. And the things that you dealt with before in life, or the things that you have prior going on in your life that you resolved or have not resolved, will transcend into your marriage. If you haven't resolved those things, then that's something you might want to address and come to a resolution before you get into your marriage. And the reason I say that is because you come against any and all type of obstacles when you get married, good, bad, and the ugly, honey. And if you're like me and you don't believe in divorce, you're not going nowhere. So that means you're going to have to deal with it in your marriage versus you had the chance of doing it before you got married. And then let's say you have some issues that you have resolved and you got it together, boo. You on top of the game. I'm A1 sauce with a knife and fork in the side. Okay, yeah, you came to a resolution. But when you get married, you may find out that your resolution is not something that may fit him. And it could have been something that you didn't discuss prior to your marriage. When you go into marriage, you have to be very selfless. It's like the pregame of the real game, okay? Football, soccer, whatever, okay? While you're dating, that's the pregame. Marriage is the real thing, the real deal, holy field with no spill. That girl got skills. Just saying. But really, marriage is something that it's taken very lightly, and I think it's considered a trend in 2017. Marriage is something, girl, yeah, I'm married, ooh, got the bling and all that. That's the first thing girls want to see. Ooh, girl, let me see your ring. It's all cute, glam, and glitz and stuff in the beginning. But once you start, let me tell you something. People are not hitting 60 years and 50 years of marriage with glitz and glam. It's a lot that goes behind marriage. Marriage is a beautiful union. However you may bring it together under God, for me, hallelujah, but it's a lot more to it that it's typically not discussed. Usually I will say, I don't want to say in the Black community, but in a lot of different communities, certain things aren't addressed. And it's the traditional, you need to get married, you need to make sure you don't have a child until after you get married, and if you do have a child before getting married, you better get married so it can be right under God's eyes. No, marriage is something that should not be taken lightly. So you might really want to ask yourself, why do I want to get married? Is this something that I really want to do? Am I selfless? Am I going to be able to put someone above me constantly? It is a woman's job to constantly sacrifice and be obedient. Are you willing to be obedient as a woman to your husband, or whatever your situation may be? Are you willing to be obedient? Are you willing to be the bigger person constantly? Situation after situation after situation, and not holding in any grudges or any feelings, and being able to have an open communication with your spouse. Remember, communication, trust, and understanding are the three important elements to marriage. If you do not have trust, you can't communicate with somebody, because you're really not trying to hear it, because you won't trust anything they say. So if you don't have trust, you can't communicate. And if you don't communicate, you can't understand. And if you're missing one, you have none. Love is what love does. Remember that. So you have to really ask yourself. That's my challenge to you this week. Ask yourself, if you're in the, if you're in the field of getting married, or even if you're engaged or you're in a long-term relationship, ask yourself, am I ready for marriage? And what is my sole purpose? What is my reason for wanting to get married? I love you guys and girls. Nicole J, My Fluffy Life. Deuces. Stay blessed, y'all.